The midday sun beat down on the cracked asphalt of Willow Creek's Main Street, a sleepy town in rural Iowa where cornfields stretched like an endless sea. Through the grimy window of Harlan's grocery, Jack Harlan caught the sharp smack of a fist against skin. He watched as Victor Harlan, the store owner, backhanded a young woman with the indifference of someone brushing off dust. Jack's calloused hand twitched toward his hunting knife. 10 years as a sheriff's deputy had drilled into him when to mind his own business. But the way she lifted her chin, refusing to whimper, hit him like a ghost from his past. It echoed the defiance of his late wife, Lisa, the one time he'd turned away from her pain. Their eyes locked through the glass, hers fierce, unyielding after years of torment, and in that instant, Jack Harlan decided to step in. But was the damage too deep for redemption? Jack Harlan, at 45, had given up on fresh starts. His face, etched with lines from endless patrols and one fateful night in Des Moines when he'd lost everything. Back then, chasing a fugitive had cost him his family, Lisa, and their daughter, Sophie, gone in a house fire while he was miles away, playing hero. Now, he tracked poachers and bail jumpers for cash, earning the nickname Iron Jack in these parts. A $500 reward for nabbing a cattle thief had brought him to Willow Creek, but that slap changed everything. Inside the store, Mia Rivera picked up scattered cans from a toppled display, her movements precise, like someone who'd learned the price of clumsiness. At 22, her Latina heritage shone in her proud posture, though 3 years of hell had shadowed her warm brown eyes. "Useless immigrant," Victor snarled, his meaty hand balling up again. "That display cost me $50. You'll pay it off at 10 a week." Mia's jaw clenched, but she stayed silent. The silver locket around her neck, her abuela's last gift, glinted as she worked. Silence was her shield. Talking only fueled his rage. Jack pushed through the door, his boots thumping on the linoleum. 6 feet of solid build and quiet menace filled the space. His blue eyes scanned the scene. Mia's bruised cheek, Victor's raised fist, the thick air of fear. "Issue here." Jack's voice held the steady command of a man who'd worn a badge too long before life stripped it away. Victor's hand lowered, but his smirk stayed. "None of your concern, stranger. Just disciplining my employee." Jack's gaze shifted to Mia, who paused mid-reach, their eyes meeting again. Something raw stirred in him, the same plea Lisa had hidden behind her strength. "Employee?" Jack echoed, the word laced with doubt. "She owes me," Victor puffed up, $80 for her grandma's meds 3 years back. With fees, it's over 200 now. The math of exploitation, Jack had seen it in countless small towns where power crushed the vulnerable. That evening, at the Rusty Nail Bar, Jack sipped a beer, watching locals ignore the obvious. It was Betty Thompson, the diner owner, who spoke up. "You're eyeing that girl, aren't you?" Mia's been stuck in Victor's grip for years. "We've all turned blind." Jack grunted. "Why?" Betty sighed. "She's Latina, alone, no family left after ICU raids. In a town like this, if you're not white or wealthy, you're invisible." But Mia wasn't invisible to Jack. That night, in his motel bed, her resilient gaze haunted him. He'd failed Lisa and Sophie, but maybe not this time. The next day, tailing a tip on the thief, Jack uncovered Victor's real game, fencing stolen farm equipment out back, bribing the local sheriff to look away. Corruption infested Willow Creek like weeds in the fields. Meanwhile, in the tiny apartment above the store, Mia dabbed at her fresh welts. Her fingers traced the locket, a reminder of her Mexican roots, silver for protection against evil. From the window, she spotted Jack striding purposefully. Her heart raced. Her abuela had said help came in unlikely packages. "Watch for the signs, mi soul," she'd whispered during border crossing nights. Strength often wore a stranger's mask. High noon brought the showdown, small town style. Jack marched in with the thief tied in his truck bed, reward in hand. But he wasn't there for cash. "Heard you've got a debtor. I'm settling it." Victor eyed Mia, shelving goods with shaky hands. Not for sale. Jack's grin was ice. Everything has a price gash or consequences. A crowd gathered outside, phones out for the drama. Victor blustered, $250 plus interference fees. Jack pulled a crumpled paper. Chatted with the county clerk last night. Debt peonage has been illegal since the 30s. Your contract is trash. Victor flushed purple. You don't know who you're crossing. Jack Harlan, he said, the name rippling fear whispers of his takedown spread fast. Victor reached for a hidden shotgun under the counter. Foolish. Jack's pistol was at his temple before he blinked. Wouldn't. Already tipped the feds on your fencing ring. Pull that, and I end this now. But Mia shattered the standoff, stepping forward with a concealed box cutter sharp from years of quiet sharpening. I don't need buying out, she declared, her accent blending Spanish fire with Midwestern grit. I was never yours. Victor's eyes widened. Mia, don't be stupid. Stupid was trusting your deal 3 years ago. She shot back, blade glinting. Stupid was thinking fair work meant fair pay. Jack intervened. She leaves free, with back wages, or I let her carve justice. 2 hours later, they drove west toward the rolling hills, leaving Willow Creek behind. Mia rode, shotgun in Jack's pickup, supplies packed. Silence hung heavy, at first Jack rusty with kindness, Mia wary of strings attached. As fields turned to forests, it eased. You didn't have to, Mia said softly. Had to, Jack replied firmly. She studied him, ruggedly handsome, salt and pepper hair, eyes softened by loss. Why? He gripped the wheel. Lost my wife and kid 5 years ago. Lisa was like you, unbreakable. I was off on a case, thought duty trumped family. Came home to ashes. The pain choked him. Spent years convinced some breaks can't mend. Today I quit that lie. They camped by a creek under Iowa stars. As Mia washed away the grime, Jack built a fire, stealing glances at her strength beautiful like a storm-sculpted oak, her bronze skin glowing. She caught him watching, neither averted. What now at the reservation? She asked. He stirred embers. Your call. I'll get you to your kin if you want. Or, the Midwest's vast. Room to rebuild. Later, embers low, Mia crossed his side knot from debt, but shared solitude. Their kiss tasted of campfire and healing, love born from scars. Intimacy followed, tender yet fierce, two souls choosing gentleness amid wreckage. I dreamed of this, she murmured, being seen as whole. He held her. You're the first light in my dark. The tribal lands near the Mississippi sprawled like a patchwork quilt government housing, a community center, echoes of resilience against erasure. Carlos Mendoza greeted them at the edge, eyes narrowing at Jack. He'd grown up with Mia, loved her fiercely. Her absence hadn't dimmed it. Mia Rivera, he said in Spanish, sidelining Jack. We feared the worst. I endured, she replied, dismounting gracefully. And this gringo? Why you like stock? Jack caught the bar but understood the hurt. He freed me, Mia said. No strings. Carlos scoffed. They always want payback. That night, in the council lodge, Jack faced scrutiny. Elder Maria Gonzalez probed. You've jailed our people? As a deputy, yes, lawbreakers, not innocents. Never targeted families, never raided homes. And Mia? Tension thickened. Carlos fingered his knife. Jack met her eyes. She chooses her path, with or without me. It was right if hard. 3 days, Maria decreed. Then leave. If she goes, her choice. Days 1 and 2, wary stares, thawing respect for Jack's rep. Day 3, by the river, Mia with beads in her Hira nod to Roots. You've chosen, he said. She nodded. I need time. 3 years don't vanish overnight. His heart sank. Without me. Fairness demands it. I won't be your redemption project. Truth stung. Is that all this is? You're good, burdened by guilt. I need to trust my heart in love. Fingers intertwine promise and farewell. A year. If it's real, it'll wait. Jack left on a crisp morning, Mia watching from a hill. He could have begged, but love wasn't chains. South to a farm near Davenport Modest Acres, a fixer-upper house. 6 months on, Mia got a letter. No pleas, just updates. Horses thriving, garden ready for herbs her people prized. Door open if she visited, no pressure. Spring bloomed, and with it clarity. Mia rode to the farm, finding Jack mending fences. Their eyes met. Words unnecessary. She stayed, building a life together, marriage, kids, a blended haven of cultures. Victor faced jail for his crimes, and Willow Creek reformed. Jack and Mia found peace, proving that second chances triumph when earned. What do you think? Was Jack right to intervene with force, or should he have gone strictly by the book? Share your stance in the comments. Did the cultural clashes hit home, or was the romance too idealistic? Let's debate.